In your documentary, you are traveling all around the world to find the answers. Who was Jesus Christ? Did you get any answers?
Well, there's no final answer because we're dealing with the person which actually it's a historical person, but on the other hand it's a lot to do with faith. And in the end, you have to make your own picture, and that's probably the very fascinating thing about this person. I mean, it's the most influencing person ever lived on earth, and for all that you have to make your own picture, and this is very, very exciting about it. There's a lot of things to find.
What kind of places did you visit during making the documentary? What kind of people did you meet?
Well, actually we started with Hollywood film director Paula Verhoevena. He's the director of Basic Instincts or RoboCop or Starship Troopers. Big one. And he's an atheist, but is a great Jesus fan, and he called himself like that. And he wanted, since 30 years, he wanted to make his atheistic Jesus movie. Did not get the money, and he studied for 25 years theology. Oh. And so he wrote a book, and this book was worldwide in a big discussion about this book, and I read it too. And I really got shaken somehow because there were new aspects, and there was another book he was pro and he was rather against in a religion way, and I just thought I have to start with him because he's like the accusator somehow. And he's doing a very good job, since I knew that he's very involved in the things and he's not against Jesus. He's very fascinated, but he has another point of view. And then we met some, especially in Germany, Switzerland, Austria is very famous because he kicked out of Catholic Church as a Catholic theologian, an ancient Catholic Church theologist. And we met other people in Germany, in Holland, and just to talk about what their opinion are and just put it against.
Did you get any interesting opinions?
Yes,
unusual.
Several, yeah.
Could you tell us some of them?
Well, I mean, there are people there just. The more you get into the science, the more they get careful and say, okay, we cannot prove that, we cannot prove this. And in the end I just said, okay, but you believe that Caesar or Alexander did exist. So, but it's on the same level. I mean, nobody doubts Alexander. But they started to doubt about Jesus because, well, we don't know. But we know about the same, it's in the same times. And the more you get into science, the more they are careful about saying something about Jesus.
Because in science you have to prove things.
Right.
That's the
but what is? I mean, how can you prove people in a Roman Empire? How can you prove that? We were not there either.
Away, yeah.
And all the people who wrote about Caesar, Nero, or Alexander, I mean, they had also something special in their mind. I mean, they want to make Caesar as a great person or as an asshole. I mean, whoever writes something about. Has an opinion. And the thing is, even if you go back to the new history, World War II, I mean, there's different opinions in the end. Was Churchill, I mean, how long he was fascinated by Hitler and when he changed his mind?
So opinion could be influenced by the times, by the situation, by...
And a year later, the more if you're a Churchill fan, you say, well, he right away noticed that Hitler was an asshole. There are other people say, okay, no, he was very long kind of still believing he probably has the solution. It depends of the point of view, and history is not that clear. I mean, it's always, on one hand, it's always the one who wins the war writes the history. It's always like that. And the second thing, even if you have photographs, films, or other documents, there is still no proof about it.